Over the last couple of weeks, we made 11 of the 110 recipes in Cooking with Vegetables by Jesse Jenkins. 5 mains, 4 sides, 1 dependency, and 1 dessert. Most dishes took about 45 minutes, made 4 servings, and our average cost was $7.10 per serving. If you're new to the channel, there are basically 4 rules to a Cult Flav cookbook review. We both read the entire book cover to cover. We make at least 10% of the recipes, following them as precisely as possible. If we can, we'll sit down with the author for a chat about the writing of the book and what we encountered in the process of testing it. And lastly, we tell you what we think about it. These are strictly our own opinions after spending time with these cookbooks. We're entirely community supported, so we don't take money or anything else from anyone to cover their books or promote them or anything like that. If you want to help us make more independent reviews for home cooks, you can donate at cultflav.com/subscribe. Back to Cooking with Vegetables. This is skateboarder, fashion photographer, and content creator Jesse Jenkins' debut cookbook. You might recognize him from his TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube channel, Another Day in Paradise, aka ADIP. Jesse grew up here in LA trying to make it as a professional skateboarder during the day and moonlighting in restaurants to pay his bills. But now he's based in London. You'll still find a lot of LA-inspired favorites from his childhood in this book, but they now have a UK twist. I should probably say right away that this book isn't explicitly vegan or vegetarian, but it is a book dedicated to making vegetables the star of the show. In the introduction, Jesse writes that even though he happily eats meat, he's been trying to eat more vegetables himself and wanted to create a book about cooking with vegetables in fresh and exciting ways. About a month before we kicked off this full review, we gave the book a first look and both ended up loving his mango polentas and tomato tamka. So we dove in with high hopes.
Man, I'm really pleased with this meal.
For day one, we kicked off with a recipe inspired by a childhood favorite of Jesse's, minestrone, with a little extra kick courtesy of some giardiniera. Jesse's mom is Italian, and you can really feel that influence throughout this book. To round out our meal, we paired our minestrone with Jesse's mushrooms and crispy polenta, which is giving Italian stroganoff vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
Here's how day one went.
It's day one. I said burr. It's Sarah's birthday, motherfucker.
Oh no.
It is day one cooking out of Cooking with Vegetables by Jesse Jenkins. Tonight, we are making hot and sour minestrone, which the hot and sour component is giardiniera, which I spent some time making earlier today, which you'll probably have B-roll in front of you now showing that. Thank you, editor Sarah. Along with that, we're doing mushrooms and crispy polenta, which we really need to get moving on.
We gotta get moving because the polenta has to
Let's get cooking.
Let's do it.
I will polenta. Finally use up this little nub of butter.
What else can I help prep?
Do you want to do mushrooms? Because I've already got the soup started, but let's do the mushrooms first, because that's going to take the longest, I think.
Okay.
I got smoked slab bacon so that we could cut it into lardons.
Oh my God. It's got plastic on it.
These really soaked up all the liquid so fast. See, if I was doing these without a recipe, I would usually add in a little more liquid here. This is getting a little drier than I usually like it.
But he wants it to be like cubes. So maybe that's why it's drier.
It could just be that we have different grits, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Gonna get rustic in here.
These grits are thirsty. Did you say a full-size baking sheet? Half-size, I mean? From a baking tray with oil and added polenta, great. So I'm used to having a slightly more malleable texture for polenta. This is like a little stiff for me. We'll see what we get though. This also doesn't seem like enough to like cover this whole tray. I'm a little concerned about these measurements. So I'm gonna call an audible and move it to a 1/4 sheet. If I need to, I can chuck it back in the pan with a little more water. This feels a lot better to me. I think this is a much better size of tray. It's still only like 1/2 inch thick, maybe like a centimeter.
Still pretty thin, yeah.
Yeah. All right, into cool.
This monster. We've got onion. 400 grams of mixed mushrooms.
Said whatever mushrooms you like, and the answer to that is pretty much always oyster mushroom.
None for me, but it smells good. Some chicken stock. I'm feeling like it's a little bit of a mess in here. So astringent.
This is all for the mushrooms and crispy polenta?
Yep.
This all goes in here, you said?
Yep.
Right, buddy. Thank you. I love that he uses like a whole tube of tomato paste every time because they don't last very long. Finely diced onion. All right, so leeks. I like to trim the end, both ends, top and tail. Then you've got all the layers where it's going to be like really sandy. So I like to split in half, then in half again, and then you can fan them out and clean in between the layers. He wants this diced. I don't work with leeks often. God, I hope the edit makes this feel a little quicker than it's going. Need cannellini beans, tinned tomatoes, parm rind, the cavolo nero. I can't remember if cavolo nero is lacinato kale or if it's like this is the common sub, but either way, lacinato. I'm gonna wash this in the salad spinner after I measure it out.
It just says water.
It calls for water or chicken stock. I think definitely chicken stock.
Yeah, just enough to cover.
But we're at 7:30 now. We've got a couple things that are gonna take half an hour plus, so hopefully we can get moving on it pretty quick here. Are you wanting to do minestrone or mushroom?
Minestrone, I think.
The pancetta is rendered its fat and slightly browned. Add the olive oil, garlic, and tomato puree and fry until the garlic starts taking on a little color. And then you're gonna add this and cook over medium heat for 10 minutes until the onion is translucent.
Easy.
Would you like the rest of your ingredients over there?
Yes, please.
This smells great. I'm pretty excited for this. I mean, it's mostly bacon at this point, but it smells really good. See, this is the part of cooking together that I think is fun.
So just hanging out?
Just cooking side by side
Oh.
and then kicking it while our weights are the same.
Yeah, mine has 15 minutes on it before the next.
Mine needs
thing.
15 minutes too.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna slice up some polenta. End piece is gonna be slightly narrow, but it'll be fine. Square-ish. I'm betting one of these pieces is gonna go poorly. Came out pretty cleanly. See, that's so thin. I'm glad that I didn't go with a bigger pan. Maybe I did just barely overhydrate it. I think it's just like so different from the way I've made it before that it gave me anxiety. It's a little gloopy texturally. Cover my mistakes with mushrooms.
This is gonna be a great glam shot.
Sexy.
Oh, it's nice to sit down.
It's so nice to sit down. It wasn't hard.
It just
Took a while, yeah. It's corn, cheese, and mushrooms, baby.
I get that astringent Gruyere. Pretty strong.
And the vinegar too. Really smoky from the bacon.
The polenta's polenta. It's a little dry, but it's supposed to be kind of like a drier thing, right?
Well, it's like crispy on the outside.
I do wish it had a little more sauce, even to just like drizzle over the top at the very
If it was
end.
wetter, yeah.
It's good. I really like the flavor
The sauce
profile.
in his photo looks like what I want, which is quite a bit looser.
Yeah.
And you could loosen it again right at the end before serving it. But as soon as you get any evaporation, you're working with so little water content that it just gloops up.
Yeah.
It's not like unmanageable and it's not problematic. It's just like not quite perfect. It's really nice though. We've got a nice hit of like acid and heat, like that cayenne in the polenta still comes through. That's like the hero flavors. And then you've got a bunch of like backing flavors all the way down. So you've got a lot of depth and you've got multiple textures all the way from like mushy to like soft and fluffy to crispy. And for me, that all works so well together.
Yeah. I like the texture aspect of it.
The one thing I would like, is more sauce. The texture on the sauce is the one texture that's throwing me off a little bit. It's a little gloopy.
Yeah. It is a little bit gloopy.
It's just the cheese.
It's so good though. The cheese is so good. Right, we got our minestrone.
Hot and sour minestrone sounded so good to me initially because I think hot and sour soup is like the pinnacle of American Chinese food.
I know
this
you
has
like it so
nothing to
much.
do with it at all,
Yeah.
but I love the like concept of like, hey, here are your flavors: acid, heat.
Need salt. I brought the salt over because I was like, I just don't think there's going to be enough salt in this for us.
I'm getting some astringency.
Probably from that giardiniera.
There's something in there that's hitting too hard. I've eaten so much of the giardiniera and I really liked it. There's something in there that is just like not clicking for me at all. It's like dusty or something. Like I'm trying to figure out what it is.
I know you can get that sometimes with like a canned bean. I'm getting like a lot more sweet sour than I am getting bitter.
I get very light heat and like, I mean, red saucy sweetness.
This is kind of the same thing that I'm feeling with the mushrooms too, is I wish there was just a little bit more of like the soup element, because there's a lot, there's so much.
It's very full.
There's so much like noodles and cauliflower and everything else is really coming through. And then you get like a tiny little bit of the actual soup itself.
He calls for liquid to cover, water or broth to cover, and then you reduce from there.
Right.
So it's just ultimately going to be a little short.
Yeah. But his photo is a little bit deceiving too, because it looks like there's a lot more.
It's quite brothy. I think we could have gone harder on broth if we wanted to, but this is punchy and delicious generally.
After this, I think, because we've got a lot for leftovers, I think if we added more like chicken stock to this, or even some
Just
water
would be
and
fine,
chicken stock, I think we would get there. Because it's very concentrated flavor. So if
It's
you added
punchy.
water, I don't think that would be.
A miss?
Yeah.
What do we think?
I think they're both smashes for me. I wouldn't say that either of them is like a hard smash, because I think there's some things that I'm like, oh, I would do this in the future. But I think they're both solid smashes. Like, I'm happy to eat both of these.
I think they're definitely both comfortable smashes.
So cozy. The Leek Confit and Labneh spaghetti recipe was one we both got excited about because we love za'atar and Labneh, and using those things to make a creamy spaghetti sauce seemed like a no-brainer. So we decided to make it for day 2, and we paired it with one of his most popular recipes on Instagram, carrots and butter beans. Roll day 2. Day 2 cooking out of Cooking with Vegetables by Jesse Jenkins. Today, we're making the carrots and butter beans.
One of his most popular recipes is my understanding.
Like it, yeah.
Something like that.
And the Leek Confit and Labneh spaghetti.
Fuck yes.
The Leek Confit takes about 1 to 2 hours, and you can see Bryn prepping that here. He did that earlier today.
Letting Sarah take a nap.
Ta-da!
There's a lot of oil in there. I should probably drain some of that out. But
This is our Leek Confit. I think it's going to be a pretty chill night, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
we're gonna steam some vegetables, a thing we literally never do because goddamn, steamed vegetables are not super interesting.
Should we get cooking?
Yeah.
Let's get cooking. Okay. Do you want to be in charge of steaming the carrots while I do the bean puree stuff?
I would love
do you
to.
Want to.
I thought you'd never ask. To a boil while I prep some carrots. How many carrots are we talking here? 4 to 6. How many you want?
6.
Should have known.
Do you think this is large enough?
Yeah. Think about British onions.
Yeah, I'm thinking about British onions here. They're usually quite petite.
Might I borrow your knife momentarily?
Yep.
Perfect timing. My water's boiling, just as my carrots have been peeled.
Roughly chopped. I love a good rough chop.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
120 mils white wine, chicken or vegetable stock, or water. Well, I've got wine in the ice cube tray. Ooh, they're slushy from the alcohol, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell if you wanted sliced almonds or slivered almonds for the flaked almonds. I went slivered, but I fear that that may not have been the right choice.
I'm gonna get started on my beans. And then there's fry.
Oh, outside's too soft. Oh, inside looks like it's too soft too. Looks like I slightly overcooked these carrots, unfortunately. Okay, I'll stir while you add the other stuff.
Grab them beans. Next up is mine. You okay?
I'm fine. His are not very brown. I was hoping for a little more.
Yeah, I like that char
Oomph.
too. Want to avoid splatter because this is gonna be hot beans. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That is a steamy bean dip. All right, we got our spaghetti. Damn, this smells like bacon. It's just za'atar to taste. Creamy sauce that clings to the pasta.
It's almost like a sous vide. Slow down a bit there, mate. His also looks a bit thinner than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his looks more like liquidy, you know? Doesn't it?
I thought I got it close to that. I like a thick sauce too. So. I tried, okay?
I like that you're bricklaying. Where do you want to start? Speaking of.
I want to start with the pasta. Actually, maybe we start with the bean thing
It'll
because
be
that
easier
looks
to
like
do.
it's gonna get weird fast. The carrots are a little weepy and the bean dip is a little gelatinous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could loosen it up and we'd end up in a better place, but like.
Yeah. That's on me. That's not
No,
on
it's fine.
him.
It's fine. It's fine.
He wrote in add water if it looks too thick.
But I also think like you have to develop like experience with it before you can know if it looks too thick
Yeah,
to
right.
some degree. You made your best guess.
And it did thicken as it sat too, so it's a little bit like
You got to overshoot and expect it to come back.
right.
I'm not mad that I went with slivered almonds. It's a pretty nice texture. Less of a crisp, more of a crunch. The bacon really stands out.
I get a little bit of the acidity from
The lemon.
and the apple cider vinegar coming through.
Yeah, there's a
I don't get a lot of heat, and I wish it had a little more heat,
Okay.
like spice. Because like the jalapenos, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get some nice spice in there.
Not much.
Not much, but the crunch of the slivered almonds is nice because it's otherwise it's a little samey texture, and I think that's where the jalapeno helps too. It gives it a little extra crunch.
I think I would go with just straight roasted carrots in the future.
Yeah, this dish is not about the carrots. It's about the beans and the almonds and everything else.
The carrot is not the hero here.
No.
It is a background character.
I can see why this is one of his more popular recipes that he has online because it's good.
It's just vegetable bacon.
Yeah, it's vegetable bacon.
Now, the thing I'm most excited about. This is one of the recipes in the book that I was so stoked on.
It looks awesome. Do you like white sauce? I feel
It
like
depends on what the sauce is, right? Like, do I want a cheese sauce? No. Unless it's mac and cheese.
honestly it does kind of taste like mac and cheese, but like with za'atar, it does need salt for sure.
I don't think the leeks were at all seasoned. It's good though. It's bright and herby.
Yeah, if I had to compare it to something, I'd say it's kind of like Alfredo meets pesto. This is not one-to-one comparison. It's like Alfredo meets pesto.
To me, it feels like it's like incognito vegetable pasta as creamy pasta. There's no cream in here, right? There's not even butter.
The Confit leeks, the Labneh, and was there one other thing in there?
Labneh is what it is. Yeah, that is cream, I suppose.
Yeah. I actually really enjoy that.
Yeah. With a little extra salt. Banging. Actually, I think the other thing that would go well with this would be like a little chili. Some like Aleppo even, just like baseline chili.
Just a little bit of heat.
But I
like
could
a
go
tiny little bit.
I could go hard on the spice here too. Yeah. I will be finishing that for sure. What are your ratings?
Hard smash. Smash. But all the mistakes were my own mistakes.
That's smash for me for sure.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's not perfect. Yeah, hard smash. I think that's just about perfect. It's so
really
good.
Let's eat some more.
Let's go watch some Taskmaster, get in the British mood.
Yeah, let's do it. This book has a very Eurocentric view of food. Almost all of the recipes in here pull heavily from Italian and French classics, but every once in a while, Jesse merges his European repertoire with Asian influences, particularly Korean and Japanese, and out come some pretty interesting combinations. For day 3, we made one of the more surprising of those, the kimchi pasta puttanesca, and paired it with the much tamer smashed cucumber Caesar. Roll day 3.
It is day 3, cooking with vegetables by Jesse Jenkins. We're making kimchi pasta puttanesca and the smashed cucumber Caesar.
Yum.
Once we get started, these should go really fast.
Yeah.
But we've got a bit of prep to do.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Let's go. Let's get cooking. So we're doing the puttanesca first.
500 grams of cherry tomatoes. Said whatever olives you prefer, so I chose Kalamata. How much liquid did you pour in?
About a tablespoon. Just sitting at the bottom, you
Cool.
can kind of see it.
100 grams tinned tuna. God, I hate this smell though. It's so bad. You know, anchovies, not a problem. Canned tuna, Woof. Got some snacking olives, some snacking tomato, 1 handful of parsley roughly chopped. Whose hands are we using, yours or mine? Well, Fry's discovered the smell of tuna.
The nose is going. Okay, moving on. Caesar salad prep.
Some of these will be Bryn bites, some of these will be Sarah bites. Zest is going in the breadcrumbs, and the juice is going in the dressing. Someone in the comments said that this was the wrong way to zest, which I thought was incredibly funny. This is how you see what you're doing, what area you're touching, how you do like individual strokes so that you don't get a ton of pith. I know it's really common for people to go like top down, but this is much more convenient for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. It's not that they're wrong.
Confidently wrong.
You can zest however you want to zest. It's just, this is how we prefer to zest because it makes the most sense.
So confidently wrong. Saying
Listen,
you're doing it wrong is wrong.
I zested for years the opposite way, and it worked fine.
Confidently wrong. Honestly, I would skip the chives personally. Like, we should do them, but like, who gives a shit about chives? They add nothing.
Like chives? What's wrong with chives?
Grass. It's just cute little grass. It adds almost no flavor. He says you can do it in a blender. I think I'm gonna do this with the immersion blender for the dressing. 4 to 6 tinned anchovy fillets. What's up?
I had to fart. I had to fart a lot, Brent.
You're my favorite human on earth.
You don't understand. It wasn't a little fart. It was like a, oh, I'm gonna fart a lot.
Human on earth. You made me laugh so hard with your fart thing that I forgot what I was doing, and I just left the anchovies sitting here. It says 4 to 6 flat packed anchovies. Would you like 4 or 6?
Let's go 4. Okay. It doesn't say to pick the leaves, so.
I always do, because
you do?
He definitely means for it to be picked.
I'm gonna do a rough pick. Precision is key.
Unless it's parsley. I like the addition of Tabasco here. It's about liquid extraction, getting all the wateriness out of these cucumbers, and seasoning them through osmosis. We're absolutely cruising tonight.
We started at 7.
Yeah.
It's now 7:48. We're all done with prep.
These are the herbs for the salad.
Yep.
Pan for the sauce, the Puttanesca. These can all go together. Those out of the way. What are we looking at for the Puttanesca? We didn't use 3 cucumbers, so I'm gonna go a little light on the sauce just in case.
There is so much stuff happening in this.
Yeah. We're gonna need a bigger pan. Spaghetti 2 nights in a row. What are we celebrating? The smell is challenging.
Yeah. The smell is kind of rough.
It's a little bit skanky tuna, and it's a little bit lactic acid kimchi. Yeah. Oh, this might not be for me. I love kimchi and I love Puttanesca, but I am not crazy about this smell. I think it's the tuna. Yeah. Would you like to start with the Caesar?
Yeah, let's start with the Caesar. Mostly because I'm hesitant about the spaghetti right now.
I like the cucumber idea. I don't think the Caesar dressing is the most compelling one I've had.
It's like the LaCroix version.
Ah, it's like it heard of Caesar one time.
Yeah. It's a whisper of Caesar.
I'm disappointed because this book has been so good so far, but this isn't like terrible. It's just like underwhelming comparatively. It's not like it's lacking in salt. I think it's just like the other flavors are kind of, all I'm getting is the fish and a little bit of lemon.
Right.
I think I need more garlic and I need more black pepper and I need more olive oil. Even the olive oil is just like kind of missing.
Yeah.
I slightly overdid it on the mustard and that's not there either.
I didn't even remember that there was mustard.
All I get is like anchovy, which isn't like harsh anchovy or anything. It's just, that's all you get. And then it's lemon. I think this is just a little bit of a letdown. I could finish it.
Oh yeah.
Like we could keep eating that.
I could keep eating it. Yeah.
Which I say because I'm not sure how much of this we'll be able to eat.
Yes. I feel like this might end up being what we eat tonight. Just
by virtue of.
We'll see. Maybe this will be really good.
God, I hope so. I hope it's one of those things where like you get it in your mouth, you're like, fuck yeah. The smell and the taste are not the same. But I'm gonna start small.
Try and get it away from my other sauce.
Smells
There's not a lot of space.
worse than it tastes.
It is salty and briny.
That is definitely Puttanesca.
Definitely Puttanesca. A
But
little
man,
spicy.
that was a rough smell.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things you have to be like inured to.
I'm happy that it tastes better than it smelled.
It still is quite off-putting to smell.
Yeah.
Like as you bring it to your mouth, though. It's like, oof.
I think if we made it again, we would leave the tuna out.
I do think the kimchi is not necessarily additive here.
Yeah, I don't.
Because Puttanesca is such a like good set of strong flavors on its own. I think you're just adding
more strong flavor.
Yeah. It gets a little bit noisy.
It is noisy. It's a great way to describe it.
You see this a lot, honestly, in menus where people try to like have too many hero flavors.
Yeah.
And then you just get noise.
And that's what's going on with this dish.
I think so.
Yeah.
But the tuna is the loudest.
So why is the tuna so loud?
The flavor in the base sauce is so good. But it's when all the other stuff gets in there, I actually think the textures aren't helping. Because like if you get that like fermenty, skanky smell and then like squish a tomato, that combo in your brain is bad.
Yeah.
It's a little garbage pile-y. Like it doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Okay. Ratings.
Light pass.
Yeah, I think full pass on the pasta. And I think you're right. Light pass on the
It's not that
cucumbers.
It's not that I wouldn't eat some more of it. I just wouldn't ask for it. Does that make sense? I think this is a good idea that I will use, but I will like use my own Caesar. Not it tonight.
If you've ever had al pastor, you probably already know that it's the best taco filling. But at least for us, the best part is the pineapple. For some reason, it had never occurred to us to cut the pork, but Jesse made the inspired call to just grill the pineapple and make it into its own sweet, spicy taco. All killer, no filler. Naturally, we paired that with his nod to an LA favorite, the Elote Succotash. Let's get going with our last day. It's day 4 cooking out of Cooking with Vegetables by Jesse Jenkins. Today is the final day. We're making the grilled pineapple tacos.
Fuck yeah.
And Elote Succotash.
Okay.
Couple things.
Couldn't find broad beans, which are, I believe, it's either fava or lima beans. I think lima beans are butter beans and fava beans are broad beans. Either way, couldn't find them. Also, this is just esquites with fava beans in it. So we're just going to have esquites, basically.
We're also going to use frozen corn instead of corn on the cob because you just shave off the corn on the cob right away. Anyway,
it's mid-October. Corn does not look very good right now.
Corn's not looking great.
We're going frozen corn.
Okay, ready? Let's get cooking. Prep the tacos first.
I'm going to do the pineapple. All right, so the trick to getting this all to stay together, he says, is using underripe pineapple. So we've got underripe pineapple. These little nubbins out of here. Cut into large planks. Now, how large is a large plank is my next question. I think we want it to be easily grillable on both sides for as much of the pineapple as possible. So like maximize surface area. Let's get this oil mixed in here.
Have a cut on my finger and be really cautious about the lime juice and the vinegar and the salt. This is a gigantic head of cabbage. It's the size of my head. I didn't do a great job of cutting that in half, but we'll do the smaller half since it's just for topping.
The tahini is an interesting choice here.
Like a good, interesting choice or like a thing
It's
choice?
good. It adds more depth than the mayo does. Like it has its own flavor, where mayo is usually just like kind of a textural base. It works well. I'm really surprised by it, honestly. Not that it worked well, but like the way that it works well. Do you mind if I just do this?
Oh, go for it.
I think I'm gonna go with just a quarter. It calls for a half, but this is such a large cabbage. I think a quarter will get us there.
Oh man, this cilantro looks... It smells kind of rough too.
So let's get some different.
Yeah, might have to run out and get some. I can do it.
Okay. So we're using feta here in place of what would usually be queso fresco. So I'm thinking queso fresco may just not be available in the UK. And given that it's a Mexican cheese, that makes some sense.
We've got good looking cilantro. Got our creme fraiche and our mayo. Vinegar, sugar, chili powder, half the feta goes in together.
This is chili powder with 2 L's, which is just like cayenne pepper. Powdered chili.
That you need to use half of the feta at some point, and then I think half of it is for finishing, maybe?
So we're gonna melt down some of the feta.
Yeah, let's get some chives and some cilantro going.
I'm gonna start griddling some pineapple. Grill those hard. I wanna see char on those pineapples. Not very good tortillas. Really underwhelming. Now, he only said to crumble the part that goes into it, and what I read was crumble it. So I think he meant to have a block.
Yeah, it looks like it, but unclear. Okay, glam shot.
Okay, let's eat these tacos before they get cold. I'm just worried about the tortilla
The
quality.
tortilla smelled a little bit like musty while we were putting it together.
It's dusty. It's like old corn.
So
we may just have to eat it off the tortilla instead. Yeah.
that is a bad tortilla.
Yep.
Maybe the worst tortilla I've ever had.
Let's judge it on its own.
Yeah.
That's so good.
It's so spicy. Oh my God.
I think these are the best vegetarian tacos I've ever had, though.
Yeah, they're really good.
It's the best part of the best taco filling, which is al pastor. The pineapple in the al pastor is what makes it special. This is just the good bits.
Man, ever since I got pregnant, I have been really sensitive to heat. So this is hitting me harder than
because there's a white man in there.
Hitting me a lot harder than it normally would. I like it. That's so good.
I think feta is an interesting choice to replace queso fresco.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have queso fresco widely available in your area. I think it's a really good choice. It's not 1-to-1, but it has a higher acid content, so it's not bad. The marinated pineapple works extremely well. The fact that it's got like extra lime juice in there, to bump up that acid content, because the outside is so sweet from grilling, caramelization. Great use for underripe pineapple too.
The cabbage is there for crunch, no flavor. Sweet, spicy,
super tangy.
Those are the flavors. And then the cheese is nice. The cheese kind of numbs me out a little bit, which is lovely.
So you're doing great.
Yeah, get that dairy in there.
Would you like to try some esquites with me?
Yes.
I'm just going to mix this all together. I'll get you an extra cheesy.
Thank you. I always forget how sensitive I am to heat. So when we plan these things, I'm like, oh yeah, give me something with some spice. And I can't do like any spice now. It sucks.
I can see how this would work with like a beanier green flavor. I especially wouldn't do the green bell pepper then, because I'm getting a lot of that coming through. I don't mind green bell pepper at all. I just don't think it works here. This is a very mild version of esquites.
Yeah. I say that and I can hardly eat any of it.
I think the only thing I'd want in here more is like some smokier flavors. Like if the corn were actually grilled, or if there was some chipotle situation, like that's often the case here. I think this is good.
It is green, like you said.
It feels like a very European view on Mexican food.
But he's from LA. He knows.
Yeah, but he also has to work with what's available in the UK. Like that's why there's feta in here, right?
That's true.
Yeah. What do you got for ratings?
I think smash on the pineapple. I think when I'm not pregnant, it's gonna be killer. And I think light smash on the succotash.
I think I'm one up on each of those. Like
really?
I think it's a hard smash for the pineapple. I think that is a fantastic idea and dish. Like it's really well executed. I think the Elote succotash, it's a smash. I just think I would always choose esquites over it. So it's not that it's not good. It is very good. It's just, I know that there's a better dish that's tangential to it.
Try putting like a tiny bit of this in there.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
See what you think of it.
I mean, yeah, that's a Succotash now.
Yeah. Okay.
That does bring it up a notch. That might be a hard smash now.
Here, give me just like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself. I don't need a man for this.
Whatever, you're doing everything with a man now.
Yeah. The man inside me. That's that kind of like heat that it needs. Otherwise, it's just kind of like
It has the
green.
smoke too.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just kind of like green, but you want it to have that like kind of smoky.
It needs a counterpoint to the green. And I think this smoke really carries it. Anything else you want to say before we cut?
No, but I do want to drink like a ton of milk right now. Is it milk?
Boy, have
that
I got
cuts
good
through?
news for you. It's vodka.
Vodka. Well, I can't have that.
Well,
I
or
could
can
swish
you?
it around, spit it out. And now, after spending some time with cooking with vegetables, we've got opinions. As always, let's start with accessibility. And as you might expect from a book called Cooking with Vegetables, these recipes are easily converted to at least vegetarian.
120 mils white wine, chicken or vegetable stock, or water. It's a pretty wide variety.
And to us, that's probably the most important box to tick because I think that's why a lot of people will end up buying this book. Other than that, we really didn't feel like pursuing accessibility was a primary goal for this book, but that doesn't mean it was difficult to work with. It's a little intuitive, this book.
You gotta feel it out.
You gotta kind of feel it out a little
Yeah, I
bit.
think that's true.
Cooking with vegetables feels flowy and casual, and to that end, it doesn't really go overboard trying to cater to every experience level of a cook in every country on earth. You need tomato puree.
Paste.
Paste.
It says puree, but they mean paste. The giveaway is the double concentrated.
This is very much a book aimed at a UK or at least European audience, and nothing's really adapted for other places. That wasn't really an issue when we were translating aubergine to eggplant or coriander to cilantro, but it was a little more confusing when we realized that our idea of a baking tray was different from his, which was just due to a lack of provided dimensions.
My spidey sense is going off, you know what I mean?
On that note, I think people who are already used to cooking intuitively will have zero issues with this book, and it's probably great if learning to cook intuitively is something you'd like to get used to just by nature of it forcing you to do so. But if you're an American cook who's not really interested in that, or you don't like having to look up conversions from Celsius, this may not be for you. Accessibility is a 6. Jesse's a photographer by trade, and he's clearly got great visual taste because this book is just nice to look at. The styling didn't always match our results, but we often found that the photos offered helpful guidance for things like textures. If we had pursued matching the images instead of just following the instructions, we probably would have improved our results in many cases.
Looks good. It looks a lot thicker than his.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we need to add some water to it.
See, his is quite a bit thinner.
His soup also quite a bit thinner. The recipe formatting is about as standard issue as it gets. Nothing was really attempted stylistically there. Sometimes the headnotes got so long that the instructions felt a little squished, but not the end of the world.
I think the headnotes are rarely like a lot of value in this one. It's mostly like personal stories, which are fine, but I think you could get more usability into the recipe itself if you didn't have as much space dedicated to it.
It's a pretty basic cookbook with really nice photos and some fun typography decisions. Design gets a 7. Honestly, we had a really great time with the flavors in this book. Cheesy.
I get very light heat.
Because it's good.
It's just vegetable bacon.
Yeah, it's vegetable bacon. Especially coming from such a Eurocentric perspective, which usually results in dishes we don't love. Jesse does a great job balancing flavors and textures without overbalancing them like many French-inspired cookbook authors. And it feels like his LA upbringing really shines through in the way he leans on acid and heat. 3 acids, 1 salad. If you're used to Asian and Latin American cuisines, his flavors on those dishes are likely going to be more muted than what you're used to. But I think he does a good job of onboarding UK home cooks to working with some of these flavors through a lens that they might be more comfortable with.
It feels like a very European view on Mexican food.
But he's from LA. He knows.
Yeah, but he also has to work with what's available in the UK. Like that's why there's feta in here, right?
That's true, that's true. As corny as fusion can be, we never really felt like that was the case here, and our results were definitely more consistently tasty than many of the books we review.
I'm not really into, European cuisines, but damn, he dropped some bangers.
Flavor is a 7. This is a breezy book that really doesn't overstay its welcome. It's simple, approachable, and straightforward to the point that we just couldn't come up with any questions to ask Jesse. which is why you may have realized by now that we never interviewed him. It just feels so obvious what the goal is, how Jesse wanted to achieve it, and the viewpoint feels really consistent with what we already know of his content.
Like, you can really see his influences. So when Justine Dorn came out with her Justine Cooks book, we called it Girly Pop Soupy Beans. This feels like Skater Boy Soupy Beans in a way.
This does
right?
feel like Skater Boy Soupy Beans, for sure. Like most recipes on his channel, then yes, quite a few of these recipes can be found there. These are going to be simple, tastefully executed dishes with a distinctly European approach and a smattering of other influences here and there.
It seems like his influences are heavily French and maybe some Spanish.
Yep.
A little bit of
Definitely
Italian
getting a
for
little bit
sure.
of that.
And then like he dips his toes into like Korean, Thai, Mexican.
Japanese.
He says Guatemalan. I don't know much about Guatemalan, but like Japanese, yeah, for sure.
Yep. The instructions are simple and minimalistic, but with nice little phrases every once in a while that may surprise you, like check for seasoning and send it in the direction you like. Jesse's really just happy to give you some basic signals and then hand off the cooking to you.
Fat rendered slightly golden brown, color on the garlic.
Color, translucent.
Yep.
He really leaves it up to the reader to get the results that will make them happy, and that's both rare and interesting. Though it might make this book unapproachable to more people than a little more hand-holding would. He wrote in, add water if it looks too thick.
But I also think like you have to develop like experience with it before you can know if it looks too thick.
Yeah, right.
To some degree. You made your best guess.
There are both great strengths and significant weaknesses to this approach depending on the reader, so writing is going to get a straight down the middle 5. We usually say a book is worth the cover price if at least 50% of the recipes we try are smashes. And we had an 81% smash rate on the 11 dishes we tested. We ate leftover minestrone and pineapple tacos for days after those videos and enjoyed them every single time. So cozy. While there were a couple of misses, this was just a really solid book for us, and we had a great time working out of it. As long as you're comfortable cooking without super detailed instructions and potentially translating temperatures from Celsius, we think you'll have a good time too.
Because everything's been so good, like borderline perfect, I've been enjoying everything so much from this book.
So value is getting a 9. And that brings our initial cult score for cooking with vegetables to 6.8 out of 10. We don't think this book is for everyone, but it's definitely one we'll be reaching for again. If you're looking for some new ways to use vegetables and like a book that's a little more chill and doesn't make a big whole thing about it, then I think you'll really like having this book on your shelf. If you've cooked out of this book and you want to leave your own review or you want to pick up a copy, we've got links in the description. And as always, thank you to our subscribers who help us make these reviews in the first place. Y'all are the best.